Last class we gave the information about the nuclear reactions, in which there are two types of nuclear reactions. One is the nuclear fission and another is the nuclear fusion. In case of a nuclear fission, heavy nuclei, it will be splits up into two light nuclei of comparable masses with the emission of 2 to 3 or 4 neutrons, along with enormous amount of energy is released. For example, here is a radioactive element which is unstable, and that is what here is the uranium-235. Mass number is 235, atomic number is 92. Is bombarded with a slow neutrons, which are also called as a thermal neutrons, which have a minimum energy which is about 0.04 mega electron volt. Whenever this neutron it will be bombarded with this uranium-235, it will be makes the uranium-235 as unstable, and its mass number becomes 236. Now this is unstable. Now this unstable element it will be splits up into two light nuclei. One is the barium and another is the krypton. Again these two are also radioactive elements. Barium and krypton, along with here there is 3 neutrons will be emitted, and the enormous amount of energy will be released during this nuclear fission process. And that enormous amount of energy what it will be released, that is due to the mass defect, and that is what here is the mass defect, which is equal to the mass difference between the reactants, these we will call it as a reactants, and the products of nuclear fission. And these two products, barium and krypton, they are called as fission fragments. अभी एलिमेंट स्प्लिट होता जो दो का एलिमेंट्स जो स्प्लिट होके आते हैं इधर बेरियम एंड क्रिप्टॉन, these two we will call it as fission fragments. Okay. And along there are 3 neutrons will be released, which causes there is a further nuclear reaction. And here is the mass defect what you are going to finding, that is delta M equal to difference in mass of reactant minus mass of products. This is what the mass defect, and then you are going to getting here mass of uranium-235, plus mass of neutron in terms of atomic mass unit, minus here mass of barium, plus mass of krypton, plus mass of 3 neutrons. How many neutrons? So here we will get the mass defect in terms of AMU by knowing the value of mass of uranium, mass of neutron, mass of barium, mass of krypton, that we will give whenever you are going for the numericals. So there the values will be given in terms of AMU. And this mass defect is approximately 0.216 U. Approximately how much you are going to getting? 0.216. On and average 0.216 atomic mass unit. That much of mass is defect during this nuclear fission, and that mass defect causes there is a conversion of energy according to Einstein's mass energy relation. This amount of mass is converted into energy, and that mega electron volt. If the mass defect in atomic mass unit तो atomic mass unit में भी तो उसको डायरेक्ट क्या करते हैं 931 मेगा इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं 100 kg लगी mass defect you are going to getting in terms of kg, then you have to go the energy equal to or delta E equal to mass defect delta m in terms of kg into c square into ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲಿ c square. C is nothing but speed of light. But all in case of a nuclear fission reaction, we are going to giving the mass defect, we are going to getting the mass defect that can be calculated in terms of atomic mass unit. Therefore, that it will be multiplied with 931. And here, on an average, we get the energy is about 200 mega electron volt. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ 200 mega electron. Similarly, there is also another reaction can take place in which there is a fission fragments will be different. Here is the uranium 235, again it will be bombarded with thermal neutrons, and here uranium isotope which is unstable, and this it will be split into two light nuclei comparable masses. One is xenon and another is strontium. Plus here the two neutrons will be released. Again similarly here you have to find the mass defect and calculate what amount of energy. Usually here what the energy will be released which is in the form of a kinetic energy, and later the kinetic energy is converted into heat energy. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲು ಏನಾಗ್ತದ kinetic energy ಇದ್ದಾಗ there is a motion of the electrons, there is a motion of neutrons. Neutrons are thermal neutrons, they are bombarded. During bombarded there is a collision. During collision they have to move, and during the motion the energy what it will be obtained, that is kinetic energy. And that kinetic energy, sum of kinetic energy of all the fission fragments of all the particles, what the mass defect will be obtained, that total energy is nothing but heat energy. So hence in case of a nuclear fission, what the energy will be released, that is in the form of a heat energy. Later that heat energy will be converted into steam energy. Why heat energy? Adhe heat energy it will be converted into steam energy. Because of the heat energy it will be supplied to a water. Water will supply water to be start to boil. While boiling there is a formation of a steam, and that steam energy later will be converted into mechanical energy, and mechanical is converted into electrical energy. If we will get the nuclear energy which will be converted into electrical energy, then what the device or what the reactor we will call it as nuclear reactor, the device in which we are going to be realizing this nuclear fission reaction. न्यूक्लियर रिएक्टर बोल के कहते हैं, उसमें न्यूक्लियर फिजन रिएक्शन रियलाइज करते हैं. उधर जो एनर्जी आता है दैट एनर्जी विल बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी. देन द रिएक्टर इज सेड टू बी power reactor. Usually there are three types of reactors will be there. I will tell you what are those. One is the power reactor and the other two reactors will be there. That we will discuss after this completion of nuclear fission. So what the here the fission fragments, what we will call it as, here the pair of fission fragments will be obtained, and the mass of these with neutrons which is again equal to 236. Hence we will call it as a comparable masses बोल के बोलते हैं. comparable masses ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ 140 ಅನ್ನೋದ 92 ಅದ 1 into 3 3 plus 92 plus 144 141 it becomes 236. Similarly here 140 92 2 neutrons 140 94 plus 2 again it becomes 236. Again here 133 99 plus 4 into 1 is 4. Then you have to add it again, you will get 236. So that means the equation is also correct. And due to the mass defect, here the energy will be liberated. And that energy liberated the mass defect, and that mass defect is positive, we are going to getting, which causes the energy, we will call it as exothermic. Exothermic. Apparently mass defect reactants minus products, which gives the positive mass defect, and then causes what the energy will be released due to the reaction, and that reaction generally we will call it as exothermic reaction. Means energy will be gives out. It will not absorb, it will be gives out the energy, which we will call it as exothermic reaction. Adukka nuclear fission reaction as well as nuclear fusion reactions are exothermic, they are not endothermic. अब एंडोथर्मिक कल और एंडोथर्मिक नहीं होता, वो कौन सा होता है? एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन होते हैं. Kind of what we will call it, what we will get these products, and these products we will call it as a fission fragment. Fission fragment. So here also this is unstable. In this first reaction, radium krypton. In the second reaction, you got it, xenon and strontium. In the third reaction, antimony and niobium we are getting. Here 3 neutrons, here 2 neutrons, here 4 neutrons. What these neutrons will be released during each nuclear fission reaction. During each nuclear fission reaction, what the 2 or 3 or 4 neutrons will be released, and those neutrons will be the further reaction can be takes place. That means the cause of further reaction, these neutrons will be reason. These neutrons are the causes for the further nuclear reaction. Because of we are going to getting the mass of uranium. Either it may be 1 gram, or it may be 2 gram, or it may be whatever may be, which consists of a number of atoms of uranium. And here what the reaction will be take place due to 1 atom of uranium. Due to 1 atom of uranium. After that 1 atom reaction takes place. During that, what the energy released and the neutrons will be released. And these released neutrons, again they will be bombarded with other atoms of uranium. A mass of uranium, for example, 100 gram of uranium 235, which consists of a number of atoms, which was known 1 gram of equivalent mass of uranium consists of the number of atoms which is equal to Avogadro's number. That means 235 gram of uranium consists of number of atoms, and the number of atoms are Avogadro's number, which is 6.023 into 10 raised to 23. इतने atoms में थे, इतना ग्राम लिए तो अगर आप 100 ग्राम के लिए 100 ग्राम को तोड़ भी हम n number of atoms. So therefore that n you are going to be 6.023 to 10 raised to 23 into 100 divided by 235. Idu gram cancel होता है. There you will get the number of atoms. Kilbandi reaction 1 atom. एक एटम का उसमें 3 न्यूट्रॉन्स होता है. अभी कितने एटम्स में थे? बहुत एटम्स, नंबर ऑफ एटम्स बाहर थे ना एटम्स. आ मत 3 एटम्स क्यों 3 न्यूट्रॉन्स बम्बार्डमेंट है. जो 3 एटम्स को और ये 3 न्यूट्रॉन बम्बार्डमेंट होते, अगेन देयर इज ए न्यूक्लियर fission reaction can takes place, and during each atom again the 3 neutrons will be released, and 3 neutrons will be again released in each atom. But here the 3 atoms to bombardment over 3 atomic bombardment ಆಗ್ತಾವ. ಒಂದೊಂದು atom ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ 3 neutrons release ಆಗ್ತಾವ. 3 neutrons release ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. Total 9 neutrons will be released. Again further those 9 neutrons will be bombarded with 9 atoms of uranium, and in each reaction again there is a 3 neutrons will be 3 into 9 is 27 neutrons. So therefore that reaction will be be continued, during which the number of neutrons what they will be released, they will be multiplied. जो भी न्यूट्रॉन्स रिलीज होते हैं वो मल्टीप्लाई होते जाते हैं और मल्टीप्लाई आगे चलवागी द एनर्जी विल बी कंटिन्यूड अंटिल द होल एटम्स ऑफ द यूरेनियम विल बी कॉजेस फॉर द न्यूक्लियर फ्यूजन रिएक्शन. जो भी जितने भी एटम्स होते हैं पूरे एटम्स रिएक्शन होने तक क्या होता है, दैट रिएक्शन विल बी कंटिन्यूड एंड सच रिएक्शन we will call it as chain reaction, which we will call it as what? Chain reaction. So that means in case of a nuclear fission, the chain reaction can take place. In case of a nuclear fission, the chain reaction can take place. Adu chain reaction. In case of a chain reaction, there are two types of reactions. In case of a chain reaction, there are two types of chain reactions are there. One is the chain reaction. The chain reaction क्या होता है, यहाँ का chain reaction होता है प्रतिबंधु nuclear fusion reaction ನಲ್ಲಿ for each atom of reaction 3 neutrons or 2 neutrons or 4 neutrons release ಆಗ್ತದೆ. You 3 neutrons again 3 atoms of uranium bombardment again in every reaction the 3 neutrons will be released. 3 into 3 adu 9 neutrons release adu in the second reaction. Third step ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ, third step को जाओ. Third step ಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ how many 3 into 3 9 neutrons allow. Those 9 neutrons will be bombarded with 9 atoms of uranium. With 9 atoms of uranium. Again, this type of reaction will take place 9. इस तरह ऐसा reaction कितने होते हैं उधर 9 होते हैं. And in every reaction again 3 neutrons will be released. Again the 3 neutrons will be released. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು atom ಗೆ ಅದು 9 again number of atoms ಇರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. First ಏನಾಯ್ತು 1 atom ಆಯ್ತು. Next 3 atoms ಆಯ್ತು. Next 9 atoms ಆಯ್ತು. 1 3 9 total it becomes 4 plus 9 13 neutrons 13 atoms hodu aste. Still many more atoms will be there, and there the 3 into 3 9 neutrons they will be again bombarded with 9 atoms of remaining uranium substance which is present in the reaction. Again 9 reactions, this type of 9 reactions will be takes place. In every 9 reactions, the 3 neutrons will be released. 3 neutrons released on the 3 into 3 or 3 into 9 or 3 into 9 27 PM. 27 neutrons again they will be bombarded with 27 atoms of the uranium. And in each atom again there is a 3 neutrons. In each reaction again there is a 3 neutrons will be released. 27 into 3 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು 81 neutrons ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಂತೋ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆದವು. Again these 81 neutrons again they will be bombarded with 81 atoms of uranium. ಮತ್ತೆ 81 into 3 233. 81 into 3 means 243. ಹಂಗ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನಂತ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. Such reactions we call it as a chain reaction, in which there are two will be there. One is uncontrolled chain reaction. One is uncontrolled chain reaction, and another is controlled chain reaction. Controlled chain reaction. There are two types of reactions will be there. One is the uncontrolled chain reaction and another is controlled chain reaction. In case of a uncontrolled chain reaction, what I explained now, the number of neutrons what they will be released during each fission, the number of neutrons will be going to multiply. A number of neutrons ಏನಾಗ್ತವ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ. 3 into 3 3 into 9 9 into again 27 27 into 3 again 81 81 into 3 243 243 into 3 ही मल्टीपल होते जाते उधर. So उसका मतलब number of released neutrons are going to multiply. In this case 2, in the first reaction 2 neutrons, second reaction 2 reactions, 2 into 2 4. 4 neutrons will be. In the third reaction 4 into 2 8. In the next reaction 8 into 2 16. In the next 16 into 2 32. Like that the number of neutrons released during each fission is going to multiply. If the number of neutrons are released in each reaction, whenever it is going to multiply, such reactions we cannot able to control it. अंता reactions, वैसे reactions control नहीं कर सकते. So such type of reactions we call it as a uncontrolled chain reaction. Such type of reactions, what we will call it as a uncontrolled chain reaction, and that uncontrolled chain reaction can be realized in practice, and for that there is a one nuclear weapon. Uncontrolled chain reaction किधर होता है? There is a one of the nuclear weapon which we will call it as a atom bomb. That means atom bomb is working on the principle of uncontrolled chain reaction. Nuclear bomb or atom bomb is working on the principle of uncontrolled chain reaction. Because of here, the number of neutrons during every reaction, the number of neutrons are going to multiply. Adakka reaction yavadakkadu uncontrolled chain reaction. Just like a simple model of that atom bomb, what you are going to observing whenever the functions are going, and there they are going to using the crackers. Cracker atom bomb anta sport ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ functional ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಚ್ಚಿರ್ತಾರೆ atom bombs ಅಂತ ಹಚ್ಚಿರ್ತಾರೆ. atom bomb ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಸ್ಫೋಟ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮ್ಯಾಲ ಹೋದಂತರ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, अगेन नीचे एक बार बॉम्ब स्प्लोट होते हैं और ऊपर जाने के बाद और स्फोट होते हैं. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಆಯ್ತು ಮತ್ತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಲ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್, ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ atom bomb. ಅದು ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ atom bomb, that is just model of the atom. But here is the atom bomb in which the uncontrolled chain reaction can be realized. Number of times the reaction, this type of or this type of or this type of reaction will be takes place in every reaction. The enormous amount of energy is released. In only one atom, 200 mega electron volt. In the next reaction, 2 into 3, 200 into 3, 600 mega electron volt. Next reaction 600 into 9, next reaction 600 into 27, next reaction like that. The energy released will be goes on multiplying. Not only the energy is released, along with some dangerous radiations are also emitted. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೂ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು dangerous radiations will be emitted which are very harmful to the living beings. Hunger reactions, ಅದು uncontrolled chain reaction. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ uncontrolled chain reaction ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು, atom bomb ಸ್ಫೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ nowadays you are going to observing in the TV news ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾರು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ವೆಪನ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ್ರಿ, ಎನಿ ಅದರ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್, the other countries they should not be use the nuclear reactors or nuclear weapons ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ. ಯಾಕೆ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಒಂದು ಬಾಂಬ್ ಸ್ಫೋಟ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the loss, not only the physical loss, but there is also a loss on the living beings. Living beings nallu loss ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, and that loss will be continued for generation to generation. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಹಜಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ಹಜಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, in which there are two types ಇರ್ತಾವೆ, one genetic and another is somatic ಹಜಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಅಂಥವು ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದು ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಟು ಜನರೇಷನ್. ಯು ಮೇ ಬಿ ನೋನ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಹಿರೋಶಿಮಾ ಅಂಡ್ ನಾಗಾಸಾಕಿ, the bomb will be exploded in about maybe 100 years, some many years back it was happened. You may be known the in which year it was, ಯಾವ ಇಯರ್ದಾಗ ಆಗ್ಯದ ಅಂತ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಟಮ್ ಬಾಂಬ್ ಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಇನ್ ಹಿರೋಶಿಮಾ ಅಂಡ್ ನಾಗಸಾಕಿ. ಟಿಲ್ ಟುಡೇ ಆಲ್ಸೋ the effect of those radiations which are emitted during the nuclear fission reaction, during the atom bomb, now also the effects will be continued. ಇವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಅದೊಂದು ಆ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಹುಡ್ತಾರ, ಬಚ್ಚೆ पैदा होके एक एक के ऊपर सिर के ऊपर बाल न रहते, कई काಲು ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತವ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ what we will call it as physically handicap ಆಗಿರ್ತವ because of due to the radiations which are emitted during the nuclear fission reaction. ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅವರು ಮಾಪೆ ಹೋಗಸಕೊಂಸ uncontrolled chain reaction, but the reaction can be controlled by using some system. Using some system, using some arrangement, that reaction can be controlled. And the controlled reaction, we are going to making the arrangement in case of a reactor. Reactor ನಲ್ಲಿ controlled reaction in uncontrolled ಇರ್ತದ, control ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ scientists, they made the arrangement. The nuclear fission reaction can be controlled by making some arrangement. And that we are going to realize in case of a nuclear reactor. This controlled reaction can be realized in case of a nuclear reactor. Nuclear reactor, in which what the nuclear fission reaction will be takes place. This type of nuclear fission reaction, what it will be takes place, during that case the number of neutrons will be released in each nuclear fission reaction. That number of neutrons released will be controlled. That will be made a constant. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 neutrons ಆಗಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ 9 ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ 27 ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅವು ಹಂಗೆ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. 3 ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು 3 neutrons ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. और नेक्स्ट रिएक्शन में भी क्या होना, 3 न्यूट्रॉन ही रिलीज होना. नेक्स्ट रिएक्शन अगेन 3, इट शुड नॉट बी मल्टीप्लाइड. अವಾಗ releasing of neutrons in each nuclear fission reaction, that will be made constant. If the number of neutrons will be released or maintained constant, then what the reaction we will get it, which we will call it as a controlled reaction, controlled chain reaction. And the controlled chain reaction can be realized in case of a nuclear reactor. And in this nuclear reactor, there are 3 types of nuclear reactors. One is power reactor. One is power reactor. Second one is research reactor. Research reactor. Another one is what? Research reactor. Second one is research reactor. And another is breeder reactor. Third one is breeder reactor. There are 3 types of reactors. Nuclear reactor is a device in which controlled chain reaction can be realized. There are 3 types of reactors. One is the power reactor, second one is the research reactor, and third one is the breeder reactor. In case of this power reactor, the reactor will be used to generate the power. The reactor which is used to generate the power. And this research reactor is the reactor which is used to produce the isotopes, and those isotopes are useful for the research purpose. If you have used the research reactor, it will be used to produce the isotopes which are useful for the research purpose. Hence, it can be called as research reactor. And this breeder reactor can be used materials to produce the fissionable material. That means nuclear fission reaction होने के लिए nuclear fission reaction ಆಗಲು ನಮಗೆ elements ಬೇಕು, ನಮಗೆ substance ಬೇಕು, which we will call it as a fuel, reactor fuel ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Fuel which is used for the nuclear fission reaction to generate, to produce the reactor fuel. Here we are going to using the reactor which we will call it as a breeder reactor. This is to generate the power, this is to produce the isotopes which are useful for the research purpose, and this is used to produce the reactor fuel. Fissile materials ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅನ್ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್, ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಅನ್ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು अनस्टेबल ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. स्टेबल रहे तो अनस्टेबल कैसा करना, उसके लिए एक रिएक्टर है, and that reactor we will call it as a breeder reactor. Is it clear up to this? Nuclear fission ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, in which what the phenomena will be takes place, and this phenomena can be continued due to the multiplication of the released neutrons, and the released neutrons are maintained constant. Based on that, what we have the chain reaction. There are two types of chain reactions. One is the uncontrolled chain reaction, and second one is the controlled chain reaction. In case of a uncontrolled chain reaction, the number of neutrons will be goes on multiplied, which causes the further nuclear fission reaction, which is also going to multiply. That means there the self-sustained reaction can be taken place. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಚ್ಚಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸಾಕಾದ ತಾನೇ ಸ್ಫೋಟ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. Once you have to go for the reaction, and that reaction itself will be continued, which we will call it as a self-sustained chain reaction. But here, in case of a control, the number of neutrons released will be maintained as a constant. Constant are maintained. उधर constant maintain करने के लिए some procedure है. Maintain ಮಾಡೋಸೋಳಗೆ some procedure ಅದ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ the scientists were made, in which they are going to using the control rods ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ न्यूक्लियर फ्यूजन रिएक्टर. न्यूक्लियर फ्यूजन रिएक्टर में कंट्रोल रॉड्स बोल के यूज करते, which are made by cadmium. Such rods are useful to make the nuclear reaction as a controlled chain reaction. Is it clear up to this? This is about what the nuclear fission reaction. Now in this case still we are going to finding to maintain the controlled chain reaction. Then for that purpose here one of the factor is there, which we will call it as a neutron multiplication factor. What we will call it as neutron multiplication factor. The neutron multiplication factor, which can be defined as here neutron multiplication factor. Neutron multiplication factor, which is represented by K. And this neutron multiplication factor K, that can be defined as the ratio between the number of neutrons in present generation. Number of neutrons released in present generation to the number of neutrons generated in previous, first present generation and previous generation. That means whenever the reaction is going to taking place, during which what the neutrons will be released, which we will call it as a present generation. And previous generation means in the previous reaction. For example, first reaction I showed 3 neutrons will be released. Next reaction multiple, it will be going to multiply 3 is 9, 9 is 27 के पहले 9 न्यूट्रॉन्स थे, वो प्रीवियस जनरेशन पर के होते। 27 आगे प्रेजेंट जनरेशन, 27 अगेन 81 is present generation, 27 is previous generation. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ the ratio between the number of neutrons in present generation to the number of neutrons in the previous generation, which we will call it as a neutron multiplication factor. So here is number of neutrons. Number of neutrons in present generation to the number of neutrons in previous generation. This what we call it as the multiplication factor. This multiplication factor. The ratio between number of neutrons in present generation to the number of neutrons in previous generation, which we will call it as a multiplication factor or neutron multiplication factor. And look here, this k is less than 1. What type of reaction? K is equal to 1. What the reaction? K is greater than 1. Here, if k is less than 1, if the k is less than 1, andra number of neutrons in present generation should be less than the number of neutrons in previous generation. K value less than 1 अब बदले दो, इधर value less than 1 का बात है, ये ऊपर का न्यूमरेटर का वैल्यू डिनोमिनेटर से भी कम रहेगा. As you know in basic mathematics, this ratio should be less than 1. So during that case, the number of neutrons in present generation will be less than that of the number of neutrons in the previous generation. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ, suppose for example in the first 3 neutrons release हुए, उसके बाद में reaction 3 uranium 1 uranium 235, another uranium 235, another uranium 235, ये तीनों इसको बॉम्बार्ड होते हैं. इल 1 इधर एक प्लस here 1. Again here is the reaction uranium 236 92. इल मत करे आप. इल मत के नाम तो बेरियम है, krypton can take place. And during that case, the number of neutrons released will be not 3. Not the 3 इलालो. Present generation 3 into 3 plus 3 plus 12 9 हो गए. इसका मतलब ये 9 हो गए. तो जब क्या होता है, चेन रिएक्शन होते जाते हैं, अनकंट्रोल्ड चेन रिएक्शन आपका होता है. But only number of neutrons released will be less than 3 आते हैं. टोटल इधर तीनों का कंपेयर करें तो कितना होना, less than 3 न्यूट्रॉन जनरेट होना. For example, in the first reaction 1, second reaction 1, third reaction there is no neutrons are released. And the rest of the release only 2 neutrons released. Total 3 reaction is 2 neutrons. Then further those 2 neutrons will be causes for the next reaction. And the next reaction is 2 कितना कम आगे 1 आगे. Like that उधर क्या होते हैं, reaction आगे जाते reaction goes on decreases. Nuclear fission reaction है ना, decrease आपको होगी. After some certain stage, the nuclear fission reaction will be die. After some reactions are the nuclear fission reaction नहीं होता, stop हो जाता है. Nuclear reaction will be stopped. अब का if the neutron multiplication factor is less than 1, the nuclear fission reaction what it will be takes place, that should not be continued. After few reactions it will be stopped. After few steps, after few reactions, that it will be stopped when the multiplication factor is less than 1. If the multiplication factor is equal to 1, if the multiplication factor is equal to 1, in the first reaction 3 neutrons, again in the second reaction also, in each reaction 1 1 1, so total again 3 neutrons will be released. Again उसके बाद में और reaction है तो और 3 neutrons होना, so that means the number of neutrons in present generation is 3, in previous generation is also 3. Present generation में 3 आ गए and previous generation में 3 हो गए, तो उसका मतलब the multiplication factor how much you are going to getting 1. If the multiplication factor is goes to 1, the number of neutrons released during each reactions will be maintained constant. If the number of neutrons released is maintained constant, then the reaction is said to be controlled chain reaction. And really controlled chain reaction. Here controlled chain reaction, here the reaction will be stopped. Reaction ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋದಾಗ stop ಆಯ್ತದ. Reaction इधर आगे जाते जाते क्या होता है, stop हो जाता है, इधर control होता है, controlled chain reaction will be taking place. Then what about here we will see? If the neutron multiplication factor is greater than 1, that means the number of neutrons released in present generation is greater than the number of neutrons released in the previous generation. ये ज्यादा होना ये कम होना, जब k is greater than 1 होता है. इधर एक चीज कठिन ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ further reactions the number of neutrons are goes on increase. Number of neutrons increase होते गए तो the reaction will be multiply होते जाते हैं. multiply होता है मतलब uncontrolled chain reaction. ಯಾವ reaction ಆಗ್ತದೋ uncontrolled. ಈ ಕೇಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ uncontrolled. ಈ ಕೇಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಇದು uncontrolled chain reaction. So that means the neutron multiplication factor it will be shows that whether the reaction is continued or whether the reaction is controlled, whether the reaction is multiplied or uncontrolled. That is what the concept of neutron multiplication factor. Is it clear up to this? What we discussed about the nuclear fission. Now we will go for, here is the one of the device which helps to study the controlled chain reaction. As I told now only, here is a device in which we can able to realize the controlled chain reaction. The device in which the controlled chain reaction can be realized is known as nucleoreactor. A device in which controlled nuclear chain reaction can be realized, called the nuclear reactor. It is what we call it as a nuclear reactor. In this nuclear reactor, actually there are 3 types of reactors are there. One is power reactor. Second one is research reactor. Third one is breeder reactor. Third one is what? Breeder reactor. Here there are 3 reactors power reactor, research reactor and breeder reactor. In this case, this device is used to produce the power, to generate the power, generate the power. This is used to produce the isotopes, which is useful for the research purpose. Which are useful? They are useful for research. And here, fissile material. Fissile in the sense, the fuel which is used for the nuclear fusion. Fuel used for nuclear fusion reaction. Nuclear fusion reaction. Nuclear fusion reaction के लिए जो भी fuel fissile materials ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. For example, uranium 235 is uranium 236 ಐತೆ, which is unstable and that is the fuel. Uranium 236, uranium 238, other are there. I will give you those. Plutonium ಬರ್ತದೆ. The other elements are also we can able to use as a fuel reactor, as a fuel for the nuclear fusion reaction. And the other substances here, other than uranium, we have here plutonium is there, protactinium is there, thorium is there, thorium, protactinium, the fuel they are also used. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫ್ಯೂಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ which reactor they are going to using? Breeder reactor they are going to use. But for your syllabus, we have the construction and working of power reactor we have. Construction and working of power reactor we have, and this we will discuss in the next class. About the power reactor we will discuss in the next class. Is it right? Up to this, is it clear? Okay, thank you.